other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Lady.
I'm coming.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
It's 4th down.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Wilson. And it is incomplete. Darryl Roberts right there on the coverage.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. To throw is Stafford. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Clark, but it's going to be 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple. And this one complete to Reed. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Check, 47. All day, just like that.
On 1st down, Wilson to Michel on the screen. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Off the draw, here's Michel, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling could lead to no yards gained.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He's crashing.
From the 44, Stafford. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. A 1st down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And he stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it.
Come on, switch it. 53, ready. Hey, 5-0. Hey, Haywood.
They snap it to Stafford. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. 1st down, a run with Cohen. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That's a gain of 4.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
21.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Omaha, ready, move. Double up,
The shotgun snap for Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Grenade!
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and an Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction.
And a loose football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
He'll let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford slings this deep for McLaurin, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here's Stafford. Going for it all. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Wilson now to throw again. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson looking in zone for Jones. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
All goes first, all goes first.
Throwing again. Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As they are now on the board here in the first half. So they just do get the touchdown in before halftime. And now a PAT will tie it.
So what we're seeing is one team is going to be really excited right now. How about the other side, though? Will they be deflated? Or will they go ahead and gather themselves, regroup at halftime, and come back out because we had an even half?
Yeah, we did. We'll see. Should be a good second half, that's for sure. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you cross town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, they run with Michel. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now Wilson. The open man is Smith. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 32-yard line.
47's the mic, 47. Check, 47. Alert.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Here's Wilson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. And they will run it with Michel. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Michel going to try again. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in, Michel. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Sony Michel taking it in. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4.
Tariq Cohen.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
The Colts take over 1st and 10. At the 28-yard
Lady.
line.
Against the mic. Watch the curl. Monday. 10. Hey, easy, Nick.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Lady. Check 9.
Again, it's Cohen. Space to run past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
That lady.
58 to Mike.
No chance.
On first down, it's Cohen. Oh, no, he lost the football. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were, and so possession will remain with Indy.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's wrapped up. Taken down, back at the 25. Malik Collins gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And Bryant missed it. No good. Wide to the left there for Bryant. And this score will stay right where it is. So the folks on hand here growing a little restless with their kicking game. That's now 2 misses so far.
And in a tight game, 4th quarter, the fans aren't the only ones getting restless, Brandon. There were a few looks of disbelief on that sideline as well.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get your reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. He's got a first down and more inside the 30.